Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How are you, mate?
Super.
It's Patchies time. It's our favourite episode of the year. And I checked moments ago. We are recording, so nothing is going to go wrong like that disaster from 2019. The Patchies 2021.
It's the fourth Patchies. The fourth Patchies, but it's the third one to be recorded.
The third one that you'll actually see. Still hurts a little bit to this day, because it's still our best episode, I think.
Yeah,
no one will ever see. It's just a tribute. So the Patchies, as everyone is undoubtedly aware, because you came in your masses last year to check them out. I think all 10 of you.
Ooh, double figures. Ooh.
The Patchies is basically our Game of the Year awards. We'll talk about the things we liked, the things we didn't. We've got a whole bunch of joke awards. We've got a couple legit categories. Then we'll throw to the fun. Then we'll go through our top 5 or 10 games of the year. So let's get some of the serious stuff out of the way. Matto, what was your best game from another year this year?
Oh, my best game for another year. Well, it got re-released this year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that was the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll pay that.
Yeah. Well, it's not technically a remake because they didn't really remake.
No, they remastered.
It's remastered, but it's not nothing like Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 2, or that other one I forgot about. Tony Hawk, that's the one. Because that was my game of the year. That was my game of the year last year. Tony Hawk.
It was. I was telling you just before we started recording that I rewatched my, rewatched last year's episode today. And that still caught me off guard when you announced that your number one was Tony Hawk. I completely forgot that your game of the year last year was Tony Hawk, and so that knocked me on my feet a little bit.
Unfortunately, Doom Eternal got outdone by a skateboarding game. But that was last year. It's fair. It was a bloody good game.
It's a different story
All
this year.
All those memories. No remakes this year.
No Tony Hawk this year.
No Tony Hawk.
Activision's seeing to that.
Yeah. That's when everything went. Yeah, we'll not talk about that. Let's carry on.
Yeah, we've got more time to rag on Activision. I'm sure there'll be plenty of it through the episode. All right, for me, my pick was actually one that I basically played at the very end of the year. It was for content that people would have seen on the patched feed even a couple of weeks ago. God of War 2018.
Oh, I thought it was the Christmas one.
No. I went and replayed God of War because Jess was playing the PC version for review. I think I alluded to it last week. I was kind of pointing at the statues in the background.
You pointed at some statue. You didn't specifically say what statue.
Yeah. I kind of looked in the direction. So yeah, I was replaying it for Jess was playing the PC version. I went to play it on the PS5 to kind of see the 60 frames and all the updates for that. But geez, that game's still good. Nearly 4 years on, it is still incredible. So very, very happy to be replaying that one. So that was my best game from another year that I played. And I guess actually that key bit of wording at the end there, all of our awards are based on what we played. So we're not we can't sit here and say we played everything. We didn't. There's just not enough time, and you guys aren't giving us enough money to quit our jobs and do that. And when I say not enough, you're giving us none.
I say what money?
YouTube clicks.
Money.
Yeah. All the YouTube clicks.
There's many cents that we get.
Exactly. Hey, we got like $100 in the last 30 days. Good on us.
Wow.
Well, yeah, baby steps. Anyway, so the next one is the best DLC or expansion. Did you play any DLC over the course of the year?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't think I played any DLC.
That's fair.
From that got released this year, I should say.
I had the panicked moment that I hadn't, and then I realised that I played both Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, so there was the expansion they put in there, but the one that actually got the award for me, which was Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, where they added the whole Yuffie DLC thing there, which was awesome. Absolutely loved it. And they
the
messed
door.
With the door. Yeah, the door. Can you you can't think of anything? Didn't play any DLC?
Honestly, I don't think I did.
Did you try any of the DLC in Shitty Witcher? Because technically that would win. Did you buy any of the DLC?
No, don't be stupid.
Because technically it might be one of your worst games that you played for the year, but it could also still have the best DLC because it's got no competition.
No.
Okay, good.
No, actually, that's not the worst game I played this year.
Oh yeah, well you did play. I'm suspecting that's going to come up, so I'll leave that alone. All right, well then our last real category before we get to the fun stuff, the best indie game that you played. Did you have one that you played? Yeah, of course you did.
Does Death's Door count?
Okay, so we're unanimous. Yeah, Death's Door. Yeah, it's 100% indie game.
Death's Door, it is.
Yeah, Death's Door's a pretty clear and easy winner, and I'm sure it'll come up again later in the episode, so let's move on for right now. All right, the fun stuff. We might just bounce back and forth. I think you've got one more kind of joke award than I do, so we'll work that out when we get to the end. But I might set the tone and get things going for our first award, because I've got a few here that I'm really ready to go with. I'm just trying to work out where I want to start. The first 3 or 4, it's like a shit sandwich. No, because that would imply the shit's in the middle, and that's definitely not the case. It's an inverse shit sandwich.
An inverted shit sandwich.
The bread is great. The contents are shit. No.
Ooh.
No. Oh, who cares? No, it's the other way around. The shit is on the outside. The contents are good. That's better. All right. So kicking things off, the Get the Fuck Out of This Industry award goes to Tencent, because they are just buying up everyone. The old Chinese Communist Party that owns a bit of it.
Be careful what you say, all right?
Well, they might be listening. The Chinese government, the communists might be listening.
This could be the last time.
They'll disappear me.
They could disappear this whole show. We don't know.
Yeah, they probably own half of YouTube these days. They're just buying up a stake.
Get bought out by them. You never know.
Oh well, look, that'll cop. I'll sell myself.
Well, they'll know. They'll know. Content. Yeah, they'll know straight away if we're being brought out by Tencent.
Because the show doesn't get made anymore. We just take our money and run.
No, we just say, I'd like to thank Tencent for...
Oh, yeah. And there'll be a photo of... what's the Chinese president's name? Dictator's name? I don't know.
I'm just going to have a big neon sign there that says Tencent.
I'm just going to have a little picture of a 10-cent coin hanging off the thing. There you go.
There we go.
But yeah, they are the winners or losers of the Get the Fuck Out of This Industry award, because they are just buying up a bit of everyone, and I'm sick of their shit. So congratulations, Tencent. Matto?
My award is the Point and Laugh At award. This is just to laugh at those people that have been hanging shit on the other people for many years, and that is... Okay. PlayStation fans, because they can't play...
You clipped PlayStation fans last year, as I learned earlier.
As the third dumbest, but only because of PlayStation fans, because they can't play Starfield when it comes out. Why? Yeah. Because Bethesda got purchased by Xbox, and all their PlayStation things like, oh, but we want to play. It's like, oh, so what about all those games on PlayStation? Nah, you can't have them. Nah, suck. We got better first-party games. Well, guess what, buddy?
You're not getting shit.
Now. You ain't getting nothing. Maybe we can give you a baseball game or something. Oh no, no,
we gave the baseball game away. Look, you can't have Horizon, you can't have God of War, you can't have Gran Turismo. You might have something better than Gran Turismo in Forza, but anyway.
Can't have Uncharted.
You can't have The Last of Us remake. You can't have any of it.
And fair enough.
So suck shit. Keep your Starfields. You know what I'll do? I'll play it on PC where I'll use a DualSense just to spite you. No.
I really hope that if you put a DualSense controller in, it gets rejected.
It won't, because you can actually play Halo with it.
Just like an Apple product, it just rejects anything that's not Apple. It's like, Sony controller. Well, too bad for you. Is it Apple? No. Get out.
You can actually play Halo Infinite with one of these, so...
Really?
Yeah. On PC, it's the Wild West, so they still develop to support it. And look, you might get Starfield, but we get Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop for however much longer we get to hold on to Deathloop for.
Fair point.
But yeah, no, fantastic one. Okay, the next one is the nice one. Best guest goes to Jamie Penning.
Hang on, wait, I've got a best guest as well. Hang on.
Oh, did you?
No, different one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jamie Penning being the best kind of third chair guest that we had this year. He might also be the only one, but he was exceptional for that episode. It was fantastic. And Jamie, I hope if you're listening, and I assume you probably are at some point, every time I hear about you listening to the show, it seems that you're mowing the lawn. So
yeah, I was going to say that too. I was like, how big is his lawn?
It must
it's a big lawn,
big block, and just constantly gets. He is up in Queensland, I think,
yes.
Jamie, yeah. So like they get a lot of sun up there. It's the sunshine state. The grass grows fast. You got to mow it every 2 days. So he religiously does it every Tuesday when Patch goes live. I appreciate your support, Jamie, and thanks for coming on the show. And I hope that you come back over the course of the year. Maybe we'll do more lists like we did last time. Who knows what we'll do. Just let us know, and you're more than welcome to come back on. Over to you again, Matto.
Well, I'll just quickly pop in. I won't go too much detail. My best guess was your ghost, but we haven't seen your ghost for a while since you moved out to the shed. The ghost is gone.
The ghost is dead. Though I did enjoy, again, watching the episode back. Like, we referenced the ghost in one of the awards, and then like 15 minutes later, the ghost came back with perhaps its biggest attack of all time. In the last year's Patchies, so it was good stuff.
But that's not my one. My next award is most likely to be a terrible film. And this goes to the Mario film.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the Uncharted coming up. But yeah, okay, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But no, I think just the Mario one, because you just look at it and go, it just looks like it's going to be a disaster. I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. But when you have
Jack Black as Bowser.
I looked at the cast before.
What's his name?
Seth Rogen's, Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. Chris Pratt's Mario.
Chris Pratt, there you go. There was some choice, and some of the reactions videos to the announcement is just elite. Like I don't know if you've watched any reactions videos. No. I saw the kind of funny one in particular when they reacted to the announcement, and it was insane. Try and check some of that shit down. It's good.
I think the other thing as well, where they came out that everyone was saying, "Oh, Chris Pratt will be the voice of something." It was just everything was Chris Pratt.
It's all Chris Pratt
because he's a nice guy. But when you have like a big star cast like that, it's usually a red flag for me on games that's going to be bad. Always. Because to me, I look at that cast and go, they're not Nintendo fans. I know that Jack Black is. I know he's a gay. He likes games.
Yeah, he was in Psychonauts this year again.
Yeah, and Brutal Legend as well.
Yeah.
But to me, that just looks at it's not like something like The Witcher, where the main actor...
Yeah, Henry Cavill loves that shit.
Cavill is a massive Witcher fan. And to me, and that's why it's good. I like the second season of it. It was great.
Okay, while we're on that, because everyone lost their shit for toss a coin to your Witcher, is the Season 2 equivalent Burn Butcher Burn better or worse? Because I've been in this discussion with a few people in the last few days.
I think I'll have to go back and listen to both songs.
Burn Butcher Burn is so incredibly good. Especially when you just straight up listen to the song. You don't you take the show out and it's the proper recorded in a studio version. Holy shit.
Oh, awesome. I better listen to the studio version. But to me, at the end of that season when they revealed the big person, I just thought, I knew that already. I've played the games. It's not a big surprise to me.
But they're not running in parallel to the thing. It's just like they knew that they needed to pull the trigger on that particular villainous cohort at some point. It's just coincidence that they're doing it with the third one, I guess. No more than that. I won't say more than that. That itself's probably spoilerish.
Let's not ruin it too much. But Mario, most likely, not great.
That's
Sonic on the other hand.
Oh, Sonic 2, it's going to be great now. I still have to see the first one, but
so you haven't seen the first one. Go see it. You want to know why it's great? No big stars in it, except Jim Carrey. But it's old Cyclops, who's a good supporting character in there, and Blue Hedgehog. That was great.
It's going to be good shit. So my next one's a two-parter. It's the worst E3 conference, which goes to Take-Two.
Take-Two, of course.
And the worst E3 conference that actually was a conference, which goes to Gearbox. Because, of course, Take-Two's wasn't a conference, so I'm just giving them a little clip by highlighting the fact that they were there, but it wasn't a conference. And Gearbox's was just horrendous, and it was Randy Pitchford just going, look, it's Chris Rocker! Look, he's here on the set, we're making a Borderlands movie.
I must have missed it.
And then promoted Homeworld 3 50 times during the thing. Like it was sickening.
I should have crossed out Mario movie and put the Borderlands film because that's going to be 10 times.
I reckon Borderlands is going to be good. I reckon that'll actually be good.
Okay.
I'm going to dig my heels in on that one. I reckon that's going to be pretty solid. But yeah, the worst E3 conference, take two. Worst E3 conference that actually was a conference, so there was kind of the normal sort of conference thing to it. Gearbox. Over to you. Because I got a scathing one next.
Yeah. So say mine's an E3 thing too. But if you want to make all your video game movies look good, just watch the Monster Hunter World or the Monster Hunter movie.
And don't do that.
It's rubbish. Don't do that. Okay. My greatest reveal at E3.
Oh.
Biggest reveal, the best one, goes to. He already knows. Yeah. Go on. Say it.
The fridge, right?
Correct. It is the fridge.
The Xbox Mini fridge. Get in our lives already. I assume you'll order one the moment it becomes available, right?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I'll be like, you go for a pre-sale for a concert, you sit there, press the refresh button multiple times until it comes up. You go, order it, go, and then all scalpers take it.
I'm so worried about the scalpers getting it when the time comes, just like the consoles. EB will say it's going to go live at this time, so all the scalpers are ready to go to get the fridges, and boom.
How's EB going to have that many fridges? It's going to take up the whole store.
Well, they're not that big apparently. Like you can only fit a couple cans in them. Like they're pretty tiny.
Oh, I thought there was like I don't know. Maybe I have to look into the dimensions of the fridge.
Yeah, we might have to check that out later on. My next one, actually I know this one already. The biggest fuckwit award. It was a tough race between two people, but Yves Guillemot just got, head of Ubisoft, just got edged out by Bobby Kotick because the state of Activision is an absolute mess. He is the fuckwit at the top of the tree that is completely ruining that company inside and out. Obviously, there was some stuff that went on at the studios themselves that was an issue, and he didn't go out and create all the problems that were going on at Blizzard, but he knew about some of the stuff that had gone on and done nothing. He has done nothing in response to all the news as it broke. He's a piece of shit, and the sooner he's out of this industry, the better at this point. Yes, he did some incredible things for the company in terms of how he turned them around. They struggled for years. He came in, he's been there for, I don't know, must be like 2 decades, and has made it huge. And of course, Call of Duty under his reign has become the biggest thing in business. But
was he
fuck off.
Part of World of Warcraft, or was that someone else?
He would have brought, no, he wouldn't have, but they brought Blizzard under their umbrella at that time, so he would have been part of that. Not his idea, but he's brought them in, so I guess you can kind of say yes in a way. What's your next one?
My next award is stick to what you're good at.
Oh.
So there's just a company that's tried their hands at something else, and
you tried your best and you failed miserably. The lesson is never try.
And that is Google.
Oh, Stadia.
Just stick to your search engines, Google. Stay away from the games.
Yeah, and your shitty attempts at glasses.
Yeah, and the glasses. Oh, I completely forgot about them. They went real well, the glasses. Oh, we're going to do this and do that. Never heard from them since. It just disappeared from the face.
We're just ahead of our time.
Neck minute, gone.
Yeah.
Just stick to your search engines, Google, and your YouTubes and your maps. You good at your maps? Stick to your maps.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, Google Maps is good.
Yeah.
The next one for me is this is a complimentary one this time. The Monkey Off the Back Award goes to Microsoft for finally getting some good AAA games out. Halo, Forza. You can count Psychonauts, even though it was kind of like it went to PlayStation as well. I'll count it because it's their studio these days. And it was their money that did help, according to Tim Schafer. It was a lot of Microsoft money that helped kind of keep some of the bosses and stuff they wanted to do that meant that they didn't have to make any little cuts. So we'll count that as well. And obviously the stuff that's coming is looking pretty amazing as well. And then you add all the stuff that they've bought up through Bethesda as well. Like things are looking good for Xbox. So good on you, Xbox, for finally getting your shit together.
Yes, it's only taken 20 years
to
finally get their stuff together. But hey, since the old Xbox One release, where they absolutely did a bad job of it,
oh yeah,
they've finally come back.
I mean, look, if Halo Infinite didn't go well, that might have killed the franchise. So they might. So, like, it's a relief, I think, that they helped 343 to get that one right.
It also shows what happens when you delay a game by a year when you're sure you're not ready. There you go, magic. And I haven't heard a bad thing said about Halo since it's come out.
Outside of some monetization stuff in the multiplayer, but it's multiplayer. It's free multiplayer. You're going to expect some monetization, so whatever. Next up.
My next award is the Better Luck Next Time award.
Ooh.
Just the award that goes to the game that tried to play with the big guns. Same like Google, but just didn't work out. And that is Battlefield 2042.
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
Because, let's be honest, no one cared about that game when it came out. And even the worst part is I found out, you have to pay for it. You have to purchase it. And then play it. Didn't EA learn their lesson from Star Wars?
Yeah. But they sorted that out because someone at Disney was like, hey, you got to fix this shit. This is not okay. They don't have anyone breathing down their necks now. They've just butchered their game.
And then they said, hey, guess what? We'll give it to Ubisoft. See ya. Bye.
Yeah, and damn it, I've just Quantic Dream with that Star Wars Eclipse and all that sort of stuff. And look, even Zynga is making a Star Wars game.
Everyone's making Star Wars games.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, like Zynga getting bought up this week, so but not by Tencent, which was nice. Take-Two got him.
Oh.
The next one.
Take-Two. The best conference at E3.
Oh, yeah, 100%. If they should have just said, we're buying Zynga and we're going to give you Farmville 4. People would have...
That would have been a massive improvement.
Well, yeah, anything, actually. But
or maybe not.
The next one is the Get Your Rocks Off award. Goes to Resident Evil 8 because of all the nerds that got rock hard over a certain tall vampire lady.
With massive claws.
Yeah. Yeah, but no one cared about the claws, did they? All these step on me jokes and all that sort of stuff. Ugh. It was all a bit over the top. I hated the whole thing, but geez, it's funny. So the Get Your Rocks Off award is actually, I guess it shouldn't really go to Resident Evil 8. It should just go to gamers. Creepy.
It just should go to like under 15-year-olds.
Yeah. 15
and under that have never played.
Like she had a long dress. They wanted to pop in under that dress. They wanted to get stepped on. It's just.
Oh God. That's
and I know for a fact, we say under 15s, I know for a fact there are people on the Player 2 team that got suckered into the whole... Yeah.
I'm glad to say I'm not one of them.
Yeah, no, you're not. Neither of us are one of them. Like, I went very quiet in that conversation when it came up. I was like, seriously? Like, I kind of asked the question, like,
really?
Seriously? No one could... Like, what the fuck was with all this whole thing? And there's a couple of like, yeah? Yeah, I was in on all that. Like,
yeah, about
walking away. I don't want to know any of this.
Right.
All right. Over to you again.
This one's the best 3 points of the year.
Can't be NBA. You're not gonna.
No,
you're not gonna give NBA.
It's not definitely NBA. No, it is to Splinter Cell.
Hey.
Because of finally after 3 green lights appeared. After so many years of us saying, or Paul saying, really,
it's going to happen.
Give me a Splinter Cell game. He hoped for many, many years, and then finally
we're there.
Lights appeared.
Happy days. But Ubisoft will find a way to fuck it up. So
yes, it's only one copy, and someone has to bid for it.
Yeah, NFTs.
This is the beginning of the NFTs.
I don't know about you. I've not referenced NFTs at all through my awards because I think they're going to be the punchline for next year's Patchies. I think at this point with all the NFTs.
I think we're going to be talking about it a lot next year. About
Troy Baker and Mike Shinoda breaking hearts everywhere.
Your idol. Dead to me.
The next one goes to Best Door.
Oh,
no, it's not.
Fantasy.
Yeah, it is Final Fantasy. No, it's not. No, it's not Death's Door. Congratulations, Final Fantasy VII Remake. That core game, you fixed the door. It took the impressive processing power of the PS5 versus the PS4, but you finally got that door looking schmick. So, congratulations. It doesn't look like a PS1 door anymore. It looks like something developed in 2020 or released in 2020.
2020.
Well, that was when the game came out. So over to you again. I've got 3 to go.
I think 4. I got 4.
That's right.
So my next award is the greatest improvement of the year. So this is giving an award to the biggest improvement, and that goes to my internet.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice.
Because if anyone doesn't know, I got some, what would you call, faster internet. Because at the start of the year, if people have forgotten, I had to replace my face with Tom Hanks because my internet just thought, you know what, I don't feel like it tonight.
You can get audio, nothing more.
Yeah, so. We got audio. We started off doing the episode and Paul's just going, no, I've got to stop. And then we had to switch it out with Tom Hanks.
And for that
episode. We had a treat. And then about a week later, new internet came in, and then rest in peace, slow internet jokes.
Yeah, it's been a bit sad the last however long it's been, close to a year.
I mean, even Matt Houston, who had to move out of his house because of renovations, had slower internet than me, and I was making fun of him of that.
You absolutely should.
Yeah.
It's not good for him at the moment. It's pretty bad. The next one is the I'll have a side of chips with that award.
Oh.
Just referencing the chip shortage. It goes to Nvidia because they just can't manufacture enough processing chips for PS5s and Xboxes and Switches and and everything at the moment. Not to mention all the other chips that are going into all sorts of other software, but they're pieces of hardware, but they're not too responsible so much for them. I'll have a side of chips with that goes to Nvidia and I guess AMD as well because they just can't manufacture enough of these things. There's not enough. I think it's silicon that seems to be the issue.
Yeah, it's a silicon shortage.
It's fucking plastic. It's glorified plastic, and you can't get. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you can't get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X next year, it's because they can't get plastic. Glorified plastic.
Just that stuff that gets used in surgeries.
Yeah.
That's plastic.
I've actually managed to come up with enough now so that we've got 10. So over to you. I assume you've got 3 to go. No.
3. Yes, I got 3. 3. I got 3. So my next award is bigger than the game. So this is an award for outside the game that is much bigger than the game, and that is every Cyberpunk patch.
Oh. Yeah.
Because I reckon on average the patch is about 40 gig, and I don't think the game was even that big when it first came out. Because pretty much, let's be honest, there was nothing in it. And then just every update, like, oh yeah, just how big's the list? It's about as big as a novel. Every patch is like, oh, we fixed this, we fixed this. I was like, my eyes were getting sore trying to read through them all. It was that many patches. I was like,
I'm looking forward to, in 2030, 2040, because I've got a hard copy of that game, I'm just going to put the disc in, I'm going to stop it from downloading any patches, and I'm just going to play that piece of shit version that they launched with, just for a bit of a laugh. Maybe put it up, play it 2 plays if I'm still doing shit in 2040.
Yeah, I'll do the same, but I'm just going to blow the dust off mine first, because it'd be like the Jumanji game when they first find it. Just blow off the dust. I can
see mine okay, but that's only because it's a striking yellow case amongst a sea of...
with a big statue.
Yeah. Oh, the statue's up the top there. I haven't tossed that out yet. I'm banking on them actually fixing the game, maybe with the PS5 version, and then that becoming valuable. But until then, it's just waste of space. My next one is the Stocked Up Award. Goes to GameStop for all the... Remember the GameStop stock that was being bought at the beginning of the year?
Yes,
everyone going nuts for GameStop stock.
Like, oh, we've got to sell this at us. Screw you, rich people. We're buying stock in GameStop.
Yeah, and just completely blew up the market for a good, I don't know, 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was something like that.
That was a lengthy saga. I was really impressed by that and confused because I don't really understand the finer details of the stock market. I understand things on a basic
there's probably a lot of people there going, what is GameStop? Or Game?
Who cares? We can fuck with the stock market by doing it. So let's go. So yeah, congratulations GameStop on being a very valuable commodity earlier in the year. I don't know where your stock stands this year. At this point, I might even just take a quick look.
Probably not great. It is a great reveal of how high is their stock. Probably about 40 cents. Or they've closed. Out of business. No one knows. He's looking for it. 1 year. Wait for it.
They peaked at $347.51 per stock.
What?
Prior to that, by the way, just when did it start to creep up? It looks like there was a very slow kind of creep for a couple months before January, but when they were kind of almost at their lowest, really, they were going for about, in April of 2020, they were going for $2.80.
$2.80. Geez, imagine if you had shares then.
If you actually had
sold
stock.
them now.
$325 on the 29th of January, and now,
wow,
now it's $116 still.
Jeez.
So like, even if you didn't sell when it was going absolutely nuts, which you would have been stupid to if you already owned stock, but like, it's 80 times its value when it was at its worst in 2020, like a year and a half ago. So go figure. Anyway, that's enough financial advice because I'm not qualified to give you any, and I've probably just misled you in a whole bunch of ways. But even in November, it was still going for 228. Like, their stock is, it's up 394.7% over the past 5 years.
Yeah, so we're now turned into a stock podcast.
I'm looking at market summary, GameStop Corp on Google Finance.
Oh, Google Finance. See? Google? That's what you stick to. Just
finance, maps, and searching.
Search engines and YouTubes. That's all you need. Now, finally, my second last award is the biggest letdown of the year. This is the award that really let us down in important moment of time, and that is Discord.
Oh.
If anyone doesn't remember, we were doing an episode last year, and all of a sudden, Discord just crashed on us.
Never had it happen ever before. Never seen anything like it. Never really heard of it.
In probably the 100 episodes we've done online through Discord, not once has it even thought about crashing. Yes, my internet was slow one night. Paul's ghost appeared every now and then, but never has it just gone, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm shutting it down. And we weren't sure if it was my end, or Paul wasn't sure if it was his end, or Damo wasn't sure. We messaged like, did Discord go down? We all said,
we think so, yeah. Googled it, got the confirmation. I think it was you, if I recall, that sent the screenshot through.
Screenshot, you just see this little, it's just like GameStop shares, just same thing.
Coming along, and then it crashed.
Boom. Just went straight up.
And yeah, good times. Good
times that was. And since then, hasn't happened once. Just the one-off. Well, we never know. Just wait. Could happen. No.
Yeah, let's not jinx it. We're part of the way through the Patchies. My next award goes to the best stable, which is this shed.
Oh, nice.
Because as people have been pointing out, that I'm a Sony pony. And
I believe it's called Paul's Secret Lair.
Yeah.
Just outside, out the back.
So,
Paul's Secret Lair, out the back of his house, also known as the shed.
The Sony pony stable. So yeah, that's a little self high five for that one. Go me. Over to you for your last award.
So this is the big one. My last award is biggest foot in the mouth moment. So this is somebody, company, person, whatever, that made fun of someone else and then, well, I should have actually said shot in the foot moment.
Oh yeah, okay.
Shot in the foot. They made fun of someone else for doing something wrong, and then they did it themselves. And that
was it my old co-host?
No.
Operation PlayStation.
No.
Picked on poor old Philip Mewson for being a plagiarist, and it turns out just as bad. But anyway, see dash.
But no, this goes to Rockstar.
Oh yeah,
because they ripped into CD Projekt Red for their terrible release of Cyberpunk. Then they released the GTA trilogy, and it was a mess.
Absolute disaster.
Absolute disaster. So congratulations, Rockstar. You really shot yourself in the foot in that one. Nice job.
That's fair. And my final award is the press any key to jump, punch, kick, anything award. It goes to Balan Wonderworld. Because in that game, you can press any button you like, and that's your jump button. Like, it's basically any button. Like, just,
so it is it's the definition. It is the definition of the Simpsons. Press any key.
It is such a horrible game. Do you understand draw distance?
No.
In games? And not do I 100%, but it's inverted in this. Like, it's completely bad. Like, there's just... This is... it's the game from the guy who made Sonic and all that sort of... It's just an absolute turd.
One guy?
Huh?
Just one guy that made Sonic?
Oh, no, and a team. But, like, he created a studio, Balan Studio, I believe it was, because, it was going to be the next big thing. Well, the game was an absolute piece of shit, and he's closed the studio already.
Oh, no. That escalated quickly.
Yeah, he's gone. So that's that. Right, those are our lighter, fun, a couple complimentary things. Not 100% kind of on normal topic sort of awards. We've got all them done. So now we'll throw to our top games of the year. Now we had a chat about this beforehand. I've got 10 games. Matto's got 5. So I'll count through mine from 10 to 6, and then you can jump in from there.
Oh, well, before we start, I'll put in my worst game of the year.
Oh, okay. I didn't even create it.
No, it's just one because I don't have 10, so I've got 5, so I threw it a worst game. So my worst game of the year goes to Mario Golf Super Dash.
It's only because you haven't played Balan Wonderworld, but okay, that's fair.
It's just terrible, horrible.
Yeah,
even the golf ball wasn't even worth a purchase.
Oh, the one that JB was giving away.
Yeah,
it was a shit golf ball.
I don't know. I don't even know where it is. I got golf clubs. Maybe I should whack it around.
What was the worst game that I played? Oh, probably Santa's Workshop. But I got 2 platinums out of it, so who cares? Right, counting down again from 10 through to 6, and then we'll bounce back and forth from then on. So number 10 for me is Halo Infinite. The Chiefs finally back. 343 did an exceptional job. Finally, as I kind of referenced before when we were talking about the Xbox AAA games, they finally kind of got everything right, and that franchise seems well and truly back on track. So super happy about that. Number 9 for me is It Takes Two. Some of the best co-op fun that I've had all year. It's a weird one to sit and play with your wife when it's kind of exploring the relationship of a couple who's like their relationship's falling apart. Now it has a kind of positive ending at the end there, so whatever. But like it's a weird one as they're kind of squabbling and arguing amongst themselves. Like, this is not great for the two of us. But it's as a game though, it's amazing. Like what Joseph Farris and the team did. Like it's a new mechanic for this whole section, and then once you finish that section, it never comes back. But it doesn't matter. Like they just keep reinventing what the game is over and over and over again over the course of a fairly short sort of a game. So good on them for that, and obviously they won the Game Awards. That was a nice little bow on top for them and everything they've done. But the Patchies award in the top 10.
I think more surprising thing is that a lot of people said co-op was dead. I heard someone say that once and thought, here we are.
I've got 2 games on this list that can be played in co-op, but whatever.
Wow.
Oh no, well, and Halo I guess will sometime next year as well.
There's 2 things: co-op game and EA game of the year. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who'd have thought that EA won a game of the year thing? But anyway, well, It Takes Two for me is number 9. Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy. It was great fun to play. Music was amazing. Like the licenses, all the licensed tracks that they got, but also their own soundtrack was awesome. The gameplay was basic, but it was fun. The story was what really won me over with that. It was so well told. It was a blast to play through and explore. So keen to see an inevitable Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at this point. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. They've decided to pivot to a 4-day working week, so that's 20% less game development time every week. We'll see what happens.
And is it a 20% improvement?
I hope so. Like, I will totally put all my faith in them for that to happen, but at the moment we've got no evidence, so we'll just see what happens. Number 7 for me is Tales of Arise. Would have been higher had it not been for the last, 10 hours being far too bloated. That is, it's the best JRPG I've played all year, and yeah, it really just got in its own way at the end there when they was like, oh shit, you're near the end, we better dump all of this narrative on you. Sorry. They just dumped a whole ton of exposition and all those sort of things and tried to explain everything that was going on in the world in this last and something that should have been maybe an hour or two to wrap it up became 10 to 15. Like, it was pretty bad at the end there. But like, I loved overwhelming majority of my time with it. Played a treat. It's done huge things for that franchise. Keen for more. Number 6 for me, and then I'm going to toss over to you to start us as we go from 5 down to 1, is Returnal.
Oh yes.
Not big on the roguelite sort of genre typically, but Returnal ticked all the right boxes. Kicked my ass. It hated me, but I loved it back. Tortured relationship, an abusive relationship. The game hated me, but I just fell more and more in love with it throughout the whole time. So, and now Housemarque's been bought by PlayStation. So keen to see more in the future. All right, Matto, what's your number 5?
All right, my number 5 is Scarlet Nexus.
Oh yeah, okay. I still want to play that.
Well, I sort of started off. I thought, I don't know. I think it's more the style of the game. I thought, I'm probably not going to get into this. But then I remembered I played Astral Chain, and then it's kind of has some similarities to it.
Yeah, okay.
Astral Chain is better. I'll put that out there. And yeah, enjoyed that. It's some of the stories a bit, or cutscenes are a bit boring, but the combat itself is pretty damn good.
Sweet. Yeah, actually, I really enjoyed that when I played the demo.
Yeah, and that's my number 5 because there's no way in hell I'm putting 12 minutes in at number 5.
No, 12 minutes can fuck off. Though I'm going to try it out soon on PlayStation.
That's just,
yeah. For me, number 5 is Kena Bridge of Spirits. Really, really powerful storytelling and a really nice throwback to that kind of PS2 era style platforming. The only real criticism I've got of that game is that Kena's jump is far too vertical. It's like a Luigi jump.
Well, we talk about Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh, it's just like, think the difference between Mario and Luigi and how they jump, and they might like Luigi doesn't quite go as far because he's got more of an upright vertical sort of jump, and that it doesn't feel quite right with Kena to have that sort of a jump. So that gave me the shits a little bit, but everything else about it's just exceptional. And adored it at the time. Went back, chased down the platinum just before the end of the year because I really wanted to and just needed to find the opportunity. Even chasing down the collectibles was fun. So that says a lot about it. That's my number 5. Matto, over to you for number 4.
My number 4, this was my game of the year at, I'd say, a quarter through last year until some other games come out. That was Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It felt like Monster Hunter World, and it played pretty much exactly the same, and don't care because I enjoyed Monster Hunter World, and I enjoyed this too.
I mean, there's cool things like the new bug. I've just gone blank on its name.
Oh yeah, I know the bug.
The one you can kind of grapple to give you that extra verticality. There's the Palamute as well. The wire bug.
Fire bug. Yeah. Wire bug. Yes.
Like they added that in there as well. So that there was some cool additions. Yeah, it's only a half step forward for the franchise, but it was really, really good. And I got to play it again recently on PC. Loved it there too. So.
Oh well, I'm going to lock in my
DLC for next year.
DLC next year. Yep, it's already there.
Can't wait to get Damo back for to talk Sunbreak, and maybe finally we'll all do a play 2 plays of a Monster Hunter game together.
After almost 2 to 3 years, we said that.
Yeah, we skipped Iceborne, we skipped the core game of Rise, but Sunbreak, we'll do it.
Oh, I'm in. We could finally after.
I don't know how we get the chat going. We might have to I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So for me, number 4 is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, because Ratchet and Clank was amazing. Like, it's just it didn't do anything super revolutionary, and certainly the way they marketed things, which is like when you jump through the rifts, and it's just going to be instantaneous, and it's look what it's doing with the PS5 was a bit of a lie in the sense that it was like every time they did that, it was a bit of a scripted moment.
Oh my god!
You couldn't just
misleading cutscenes in it from a game trailer. My god.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive tech, but it's not like you could choose where you were going. You got taken to a place instantly, so they knew they could load it up in advance. So it's a little bit of a cheat, but it was still pretty impressive. But you kind of can see through the facade a little bit. But everything else about it, it's just exceptional. It's one of the best Ratchet and Clank games I've played. Loved every moment I spent with it. Number 4 for you.
Number 3.
Wait, no, sorry, you're number 3.
Number 3 for me is Metroid Dread.
Right.
Got around to that and had a lot of fun with it. Like the movement of it, the combat, the shooting, everything about it.
It's just old school Metroidvania coming back and being amazing.
Well, I never played the old school ones because I started playing Metroid Prime, but everything about it, there's those sort of key elements from Metroid Prime, which is your combat, your shooting, your grappling, your ammo capacity upgrades, all that's there. Your backtracking, your upgrading of suits and power devices and all that. Still felt like a Metroid game, even though there was no Metroids in the game, or old Ripley or Ridley, whatever its name is. Didn't really care. Couldn't care less about it. Who? Ridley.
No, awesome choice. For me, number 3, and we don't have to spend much time with this because you've just discussed it, was Monster Hunter Rise. It's amazing. What's your number 2?
My number 2, surprisingly, is Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, people love Forza Horizon.
Because to me, like we said,
I loved it.
I'm not a car fan. However, it just made me want to just drive around, do stupid stuff in cars I couldn't care less about.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
And when you sort of do that with me, like, I didn't even care what cars it was. Like, oh yeah, that's a nice looking car, or hey, that's the stupidest looking car I've ever seen. I want to buy it.
And so you did it.
And I did. And
that's an awesome choice.
I should really get back to playing it because I haven't played it for a while, so I should really get back into that and just buy more silly cars and wear silly hats.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love my time with it. Like, it couldn't crack my top 10, but I adored my time with Forza Horizon 5. So, and like now, when 6 inevitably rolls along, I'll be there day and date. Like, I don't need convincing anymore. I'm convinced about Forza Horizon now. Finally, number 2 for me. Again, you've just discussed it. Metroid Dread. So again, it was amazing. Love my time with it. The best AAA game I played all year. Number 1, I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, we are. We've talked about it all year last year.
Yeah.
You had it as your number 1. I had it as my number 2. I said Monster Hunter Rise. Until I played it more, and I thought, nah, this is number 1.
Death's Door.
Who would have thought that we would agree on the same game that wasn't a AAA game?
Yeah, I mean, last year we couldn't have been further apart with Tony Hawk and then me with The Last of Us Part 2. But this year, Death's Door was 100% on the same page. And if Damo was here, we would have forced him to play it already and he would have agreed with us.
And if he did it, we would have made him.
We would have kicked him off the show. That's it. He's already disappeared, but we would have kicked him off the show formally.
Just for a week.
Yeah,
just have a sit down and have a think about what he said or why your number 1 was.
Think about what you've done.
What it should have been.
It checks out. I mean, everything about Death's Door is just a masterclass. The music, the gameplay, the story is a little bit whatever, but it's like, especially when you dive into some of the end game stuff at the end, which I guess you probably haven't done much of that. Yet? No, actually, you did get 100%.
I did 100% it on Xbox. I know about the journey of the squid.
Yeah, right. So you've just got the umbrella run to do.
Yeah, just the umbrella. But let's not forget about our favourite character, Pothead.
Oh, Pothead. The man, the myth, the legend.
Pothead. We can't just, by far, my most favourite. I don't know, what would you call him? He's not really a sidekick. He's just a NPC.
He's a character. He's an NPC. That'll do. Yeah, Pothead's an absolute champion. So,
who would have thought?
But like everything they've done in the game, like every single character is there, and they're well written. They make sense. They've taken what they've done with the kind of boss rush mode from Titan Souls, their last game, and they just added like a video game to it. Like they added the rest of the stuff. They added a world to explore. They added, basic moment to moment combat. They did all the right things. So an easy game of the year. And not considered to the Gamer Awards. They didn't give it a bloody best. No, they didn't give it a gig. But everyone else has at least got in their kind of top whatever. So it's getting proper recognition from everyone else. So suck shit, Jeff Keighley.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, also, if you can make us a judge for next year, we'll make sure mistakes like this don't ever happen again. Ooh. Thanks, Jeff. All right. That's the Patchies for 2021.
2022. Oh, 21 last year.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever we call it. I think 2021 is right. The Patchies are done for another year. Please let us know if you've got some really funny little awards that you've got. Let us know in the comments or social media. Let us know what your top games of the year were, what your game of the year was. We're all fascinated to hear what that was. Again, the correct answer is Death's Door. If not, we don't really care what you have to say. Gift Doc,
get out.
Yeah, get on the bandwagon or get the fuck out.
Whatever your number 2 was, fair enough.
We'll accept that.
Fair enough. We'll accept that. Number 1
is Death's Door.
We don't accept anything but Death's Door.
Matto's going to do his umbrella run this year.
Yes, unless you can give us a valid reason why your game of the year was better than Death's Door. And I guarantee
you don't have a valid reason.
You're wrong. Nothing will convince us.
Yeah, 100% agree. Matto's going to do his umbrella run this year. Look for that on the Player 2 Plays on the Player 2 YouTube channel. Under Player 2 Plays there. That's going to be really fascinating because Doug's got a slab of beer ready for you. You've just got to do your bit to claim it.
Got to do my part and do it.
But yeah, that's it. Any other thoughts?
No, not really. I think hopefully there's some more gaming news that I can remember this year and actually write it down when it happens.
I just googled top gaming news.
Yeah, so did I. I did the same thing. And I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, going, what happened this year that I can remember?
Yeah.
And the only thing I could remember was Rockstar being dickheads.
I need to make a mental note for myself right now that today I sold my couch. Someone came in, they took it, that's gone. I'm playing 2.5 embargoed games at the moment and don't have a couch to sit on to play them. So that's going to be fun.
Oh no. You got a chair?
I could maybe wheel this in. I was just taking a little
milk crates.
The statues for a moment.
You use milk crates, kitchen chair, the floor.
Yeah,
no, don't use the floor. Don't do the floor.
There is like one beanbag in the house that I could maybe sit in as well. That'd be cool. Going back to when I was like 7.
Your whole beanbag gaming. I haven't done that for a while.
Should. Oh. Anyway, so I'll just have to make a little mental note of playing on the floor or something like that and see if I can come up with some creative award. Best game to play in a beanbag. I don't know. Whatever it ends up being. Anyway, that's the Patchies for this year done. Let us know your thoughts on what we've nominated, what we've awarded, what your ideas were, and again, why Death's Door was the best game of the year. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Player 2 Plays. I've made that mistake several times.
Platched. It is called Platched.
Platched. Patched, Player 2 Plays, Game School, and a whole bunch more. There's some awesome stuff there, so please subscribe and go and check it out. Visit the website, player2.net.au, for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series Platched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks, lower tiers early access, higher tiers monthly episode exclusives, and finally there's Twitter. Matto?
Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games for me. The website's player2au. And until next week, which will be finally, because I don't think we did one in December, finally an updates episode. It could be a big one.
Oh, yes.
Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you later.